right, welcome our dear lovely viewers to yet another episode of the Tourism in Uganda show right here on BTM TV. Remember, it's every Sunday 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with your host Queen Husfa. Today, this Sunday, early in the morning at Entebbe Primary School, we had our Uganda Wildlife Half Marathon where we were running to pay school fees and education for the children of the fallen rangers. It is a Wildlife Week. We are headed for the World Wildlife Day on 3rd March, which is going to be this Tuesday. Earlier today, we were doing the Uganda Wildlife Run at Entebbe Primary School, where we were running to educate the children of the fallen rangers. And it's a World Wildlife Week. On Tuesday, the 3rd of March, we are going to be celebrating World Wildlife Day. And I am at the spot, which is Entebbe Botanical Gardens. That's where the celebrations are going to be taking place. And the guest of honor will be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So stay tuned. We shall be broadcasting everything here on the Tourism in Uganda show with your beautiful host, Queen Husfa.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
And in this episode, we are going to be partnering with Bada's Lens, and with me, I have a gentleman that is going to introduce himself and will be taking us around. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. You're most welcome to Entebbe Botanical Gardens.
Thank you.
And to those watching, you're most welcome to the show. My name is Blessed Isaac Kupot, director at Bada's Lens. And I'm really thrilled to have you in this episode of tourism.
All right. Our dear viewers would love to know what they should expect in this show.
Quite a lot, but I'll have to break it down in different sections. And first and foremost, Entebbe Botanical Gardens, where you are, is all started all the way from 1898. So this place actually started as a plant research center, but over time it became a tourist destination, became a research area for people who want to learn botany, and also for people who want to have picnics, nature walks. So that is Entebbe Botanical Gardens. So just to talk on the side of birding, we have other things, like I already mentioned.
All right, so stick with us in this episode and let us go around. Like he mentioned, we're going to do birding, we're going to be looking at traditional herbs, we're going to be looking at camping spots and very many other activities that do take place here at the Entebbe Botanical Gardens. So let us get moving.
Yeah. So Entebbe Botanical Gardens is about 100 acres. And this place actually has different walk trails. So one of the trails that we are moving in is the forest trail. But on my right, that's probably on the left side of the viewers, is where the lake trail is, where you see the water birds, you see the forest birds. So this place is rich, very rich for people who want to do birding. So I am free to open discussions.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what kind of birds do we expect to see, and how is birding done? Because we are here and we know we are supposed to be seeing birds, but how are we going to be seeing the birds?
Okay. First and foremost, I must applaud you for the attire that you wore.
Okay.
You must wear dull clothes. When you wear bright clothes, you get the attention of the birds. That is number one.
I scare them away?
You scare them away because they will know that you're watching them. So that is as per the tourism ethics.
Okay.
Then second, you must have binoculars. I know many people can't afford the binoculars, but you must have. This is my pocket binoculars. So anytime I'm anywhere, I can move with it. But there are different types of binoculars. There are those that can weigh almost 1 kg and they just have to put it on their knee. So,
right. So if a person is going to do birding with a birders lens, do they have to carry their own binoculars, or do you provide?
They can.
Okay.
So, or alternatively, they can also just borrow binoculars, because binoculars are actually expensive. Then on top of the issue of binoculars, you know, when you're buying a binoculars and you're coming with it in your country, you have to go through some security protocol.
Oh.
But however, there are people out there who actually sell binoculars. That is binoculars too. You need to wear comfortable dressing. Don't wear something tight, because you're going to actually take a walk. Birding takes time. It doesn't take like 30 minutes. It can go as far as 4 hours. Yeah. And you have to be patient when you're doing birding. Then on top of that, you also need to mind the type of shoes you're wearing. You don't just wear white sneakers or something. You need to wear the appropriate footwear to prevent you from maybe water spills or maybe a cut or stones. So yeah, and also a guidebook. Though I did carry my guidebook. Yeah.
So we are
those are
assuming
some
you're
of the
going to be our
requirements.
guide today to the birds. You're the guidebook.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of the things to birding, there are different ways to do birding. Before I go there, birding is when you study and observe birds. And for birders out there, you can agree with me that when you do birding, your mental health, it's good for your mental health. Research has proven many times that when you do birding, it's really, really good for your mental health.
How does birding contribute to the wellness of my mental health?
First and foremost, the calls, the sounds. You can hear some of the sounds of the birds. When they call, it regenerates that kind of stress. It reduces it. And besides that, the walk, you're taking a walk. So when you're walking in nature, nature always gives you that comfort. Me, I can attest to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am also feeling relaxed already as we start the walk.
Then when you're doing birding, there are different ways we do birding. One, we use our eyes. Two, we use our ears. So the eyes normally use the binoculars just to confirm what you are seeing. Then in the ears, you just listen to the birds that are calling. And when you hear them, you can easily identify. And for starters out there, especially people who want to do birding, birding is for everyone. It can't necessarily need to be at botanical gardens. It can be at your home, your garden. You start, the approach I give normally is start with the first 5 during the week. Start with the first 5. First, you know the birds that are within your community.
Oh.
Maybe at home, maybe in the garden, maybe when you're walking and you see a bird.
When you mention first 5, are they constant? Like these are the first 5 birds that you should know, or does it depend on where you are?
They're just common birds.
Okay.
The most common birds.
Okay.
Because you have to go through levels. You start with your first 5. It has to be random. Like the most common bird is the common bulbul, the one that wakes us up every morning, and the African thrush. I know we shall hear them. Then we also have the northern grey sparrow. You know the marabou stork.
Yeah.
Then the one that irritates me a lot most of the time is the Hadada, the one that calls
Okay.
So that is the Hadada Ibis. Yeah. So you need to first know the first 5, and when you know the first 5, you begin to have some knowledge about it. You know that, okay, a marabou stork, a colachino, Hadada does this, common bulbul does this. Yeah. So for starters, if you really want to know birding, first know what is around your environment. Then you keep progressing, and as you progress, you meet other people. Then you learn from them. Yeah. I hope about birds, especially forest birds. and water birds. Just as you hear it, forest birds. Some forest birds are really small. There are those that are medium. So for you to identify a forest bird, you need to listen to the calls. If you can't see it, at least use your ears to listen to the call. So,
so if I come, if I go do birding and I just hear a bird and I don't see it, is that also regarded as birding?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
it is.
okay.
It is regarded as birding.
That means very many people do birding unknowingly, including me.
We do birding unknowingly.
Yeah.
Sadly, some people actually don't know what they are doing to the environment. You know, everything around us, like where you see botanical gardens, you can see trees. But there are people who go out there, they cut down some trees. I'm not saying that I am against it, but you need to learn to love the environment and conservation. And there's a bird that we just sighted.
Okay.
It has just taken out its flight. So it's a hammercock. And one of the most interesting things about the hammercock is it builds the largest nests of all the bird species. Jaja, Anko can all stay in the same nest, and I hope maybe you'll be able to see a nest somewhere. And it got its name because of the shape of the head. It looks like a hammer.
Oh, that is why it's called a hammercock.
Yes, hammercock. Before we actually started the birding, I noticed that it was fetching nesting material. So it's probably on its breeding season. And hammercock picks every kind of material that they can pick. They can pick from threads, caveras, and they build a really, really heavy nest.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it builds one of the biggest nests. Does it do it individually, or is it one bird that does the building, or it does it as a family?
It's collective.
It's collective.
It's collective.
Okay.
So when the nest is built, when the nest is built, it has two outlets. There is an in outlet, there is another outlet. So sometimes when they want to find an escape route, they find a way of escaping. I think you have grown up with stories about hammercock nests, right? The cultural aspect. People say that when the hammercock builds this nest around your area, they say it's a bad omen. So what some people do, they put something like a fire to scare it away. So hammercocks build nests from many materials. I can mention a few. Just the twigs, like the cavera that I already talked about. Then they also get mud and they cement.
They cement inside?
They make sure it's conducive for them.
This is very interesting about that, but for the people that maybe do not know what it is called in English, do we have a local name for it?
I am going to say that in next few minutes.
Right.
But we have a nest just right up there. Just here. So the nest is just on that forked tree. You can actually even see a cavera.
This one?
So you can actually see the cavera just right there.
That is really big.
The nest is really big. If you break it down. And,
it has mud inside, it's cemented?
Yes, like they seal it so that water doesn't enter. And remember, it has been a rainy season. So they are probably either repairing the nest or they are preparing for the breeding season. So that is the nest of the hammer. Then we also have its relative, the shoebill. Previously, people say the shoebill is a stalk, but scientists further broke it down and say that shoebill can be classified under stalks because of the shape of the...
Do we expect to see the shoebill around here?
Apparently here at Botanical, no.
Oh, okay.
But there are some designated areas where you can see shoebills. And shoebills love swampy areas, mushy areas. So because those areas actually have lungfish, catfish, I think you know the catfish and That's their favorite.
So, okay, so where in Uganda can we find the shoebill bird?
We have Mabamba, we have Entebbe, we even have national parks like Makshon, Lekemburo. So long as there's marshland somewhere, even in Choga, Lake Choga, Lake Opeta, there are shoebills distributed everywhere. But unfortunately, shoebills face a challenge of being chased away by fishermen because of the competition of the fish. You know, people also hunt or fish the mud fish and all that.
Yes.
So shoebills are really critical, and it is the thing that sells us as a country. People come from different parts of the world just to watch a shoebill. So on top of shoebills, in Uganda, one of the things that people come to watch, we also have our national bird,
The crane.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
So we just came back from the crane festival in Masaka. So
how was it? Hopefully
it was amazing, and I encourage my people out there, try to conserve their habitats, because when you don't have the habitats, these birds die, they go away. And remember, birds are important.
Please educate our lovely viewers about the habitat of the crane, because now that is a critical bird, it is an emblem. So please.
The habitat.
Yes.
The wetland areas. They actually love wetland areas.
Okay.
And sometimes you can find the crane in your garden. Maybe there is some food there. They come and just feed. But normally when they are in their breeding or laying eggs and taking care of their chicks, they prefer to go to the wetland area. Yeah, but sadly, because of human population increasing, there's also more demand for settlement and all that. So people go and encroach the swamps. So the swamps are actually the habitats. Yeah, not only shoebills, there are also other not only grey-crowned cranes, but also there are shoebills. There are also other birds like the lapwings. Yeah, so I will take you through the water birds. But here at Botanical Gardens, some of the birds that you can hear right now, you can actually hear the green-backed Camaroptera. That is its call.
I'm hearing different calls.
That one.
Oh, the one that is like a computer too. Oh, okay. All right. Can we see it though?
We can actually see them if we were to make a call, to call them.
How do we call them?
We have an app called Malin. So Malin is a field guide for birders out there when they want to really identify a bird and be sure that they have seen the bird. So in Malin, a photo is shown, a description of the bird is shown, then its distribution, then also the call.
Wow.
But in birding ethics, we don't need to overcall the bird, because when you do it, it's like you sleeping, then you hear someone calling your name, then you feel it's a prank. You feel bad.
Ew.
So it's the same thing with the what? The birds.
Okay.
Yeah. So for now, we are going to just listen to the call.
Okay.
The calls.
Yeah.
So each call, I will be able to tell you the bird, then I will show you the Malin up.
All right.
Yeah, so
we continue with our trail, and then if we get lucky, we shall be listening to the calls there, here and there.
And in this forest trail, you could be able to see some birds or hear them, like the little green bull.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you see, you notice down here is wet.
Yes.
So when you have the right shoes, you will be able to move here with ease. You get, yeah.
Now I know better to not come
So
back with these shoes.
my fellow viewers, I know there are some out there who know bird plant species, especially botany.
Okay.
We have different types of plants here.
All right.
You get, yeah. So as a birder,
Yes.
I also need to know the type of trees, the type of plants that certain birds love, because when we have knowledge about these trees, it helps us also conserve them.
Right.
So let me give you my favorite bird. Actually, it's a grey crown I mean the grey African grey parrot. So it's one of the most intelligent birds, and we chose it as our emblem because, like me and you, we learn every day. Yeah, we learn every day. So when you're learning, you absorb knowledge. Yeah, so the grey crowned crane has the knowledge of a 5-year-old. You know that when kids see you do something, they copy it.
Yes,
So when you say tata, they also say
yes,
tata.
yes.
So the grey crowned crane, because of its intelligence, its patience, and something interesting about the grey crowned cranes, the grey parrot is they're monogamous. They're husband and wife forever. When one dies, the other gets stressed and probably commits suicide.
Oh,
So
is that nice? No, that is not nice. You mentioned about their intelligence and being able to mimic what you say. How does it work when it comes to memory? Can they remember, for example, remember your name or their name?
they can, and each parrot knows each other by identity. Like they have different patterns, so they know that, oh, this is Husfa, this is ABCD, and remember they have tongues.
Oh,
So parrots have tongues, like you and me,
that means they can articulate most of the words that are said by humans?
with patience.
Oh,
With patience. You see, like a child, 5-year-old,
yes.
they take time to learn a word. When you say hello, they have it kept in their memory. Then
And
before you know it,
after
they are saying
repetitive
hello.
times of saying
I'm not
hello.
encouraging anything like you should keep a parrot. It's illegal. For you to have a parrot as a pet, you have to seek the right authorities. And one of the reasons why grey parrots are actually going into extinction is because of the high pet trade, which is illegal. And remember, these parrots are very important in our ecosystem. They help to disperse seeds through their fecal matter, and they also help to balance the ecosystem. Yeah.
All right.
So I have talked about grey parrots.
Mentioned about the hubs that we are going to be seeing, and on World Wildlife Day that we are going to be celebrating on Tuesday. We
Yes.
expect our theme is conserving the medicinal plants. So in case we come across some of those, please do not hesitate to talk about them or highlight
Sure.
so that we can.
Sure. So about the herbs,
Yes.
Botanical Gardens hosts herbal trees.
Okay.
We have from the Wabugia, Ugandanensis, which I'll be able to show you. Even the Sisi, Mvule, some of them play important roles. There are some that I know in my local language.
Okay.
I'm yet to figure them out in the what? In the English mode. So we'll take you through that.
Okay, and how about their conservation or maybe modification? Have there been any means of conservation or modification that have been done to help preserve these kinds of herbal herbs?
Yes. First I want to give thanks to the Ministry of Agriculture,
Okay.
through its respective bodies like NEMA. If it wasn't for them, they wouldn't have come out and say, okay, let's have a plant bank. Here at Botanical Gardens, we have
a plant bank?
A plant bank where most of these tree seedlings are grown and kept for preservation. Then they take them to other areas.
Shall we get an opportunity to have a look at the plant
Sure.
bank?
And I want to also let you know that you notice that in other cities out there, you notice that they have botanical gardens installed in them. Like in Masaka, where we were for the Crane Festival, they have botanical gardens. They also have in Gulu, they have in Mbale. Yeah. So all that is to help preserve. And the whole concept of Entebbe Botanical Gardens was just for conservation and plant research. There is tropical, subtropical, then there is the indigenous trees like the mangoes, the pene that you know Yeah.
All right. And how can a person acquire? Is it legal to acquire some of these seedlings? Are they for sale? Are they for what protocol must one go through to get some of these seedlings? For example, for the fruit trees, for the
you can actually get them. You can buy them.
Okay, they're for sale.
There are people out there who sell these tree seedlings.
Okay.
They range from 1K, 500 to almost 10,000 just to buy one tree. And every time you plant a tree, you are giving a home to a bird.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you cut down a tree, at least say, okay, I've cut down this tree. Let me plant like maybe 5. Personally, I've planted like almost 2,000 trees.
That is wonderful.
And I feel so proud of it.
Yeah, we are proud of you as well.
Yes.
Our lovely viewers, please keep planting the trees. I also applaud the people on the islands where I come from, in Sese Islands.
Wow.
There are a lot of trees there. The people in Busi Islands, there are a lot of trees there. And the people around Masaka, Kampala, we still have a long way to go.
I'm actually surprised you come from Sese. It's one of the most beautiful places.
Yes.
Uganda.
And we do have a lot of birds there, beautiful birds, trees. Yeah.
So you're most welcome to the Lake Shore area of Botanical Gardens. I forgot to tell you that Botanical Gardens on the northern part of Lake Victoria. So as earlier mentioned, this place is good for picnics, camping, and as you see here, you already have some people who did camping here in the night. So there's a camping fee that is charged here for people who want to camp here.
Oh, do they have tents that they bring and sleep here?
Yes, they do.
All right.
And even at Bada's Lens, whoever wants to do camping can come through us, then we make that organizing good for you so that you have the experience.
That is a very, very good opportunity for our dear lovely viewers. The Bada's Lens is offering opportunity for you to come to Entebbe Botanical Gardens. You come and have a camp experience, and then in the morning, which is the most favorable time for birding, you'll just wake up straight to the lakeside and do the birding experience through the Bada's Lens.
Yes.
So we are going to proceed and see very many of the birds that do reside by the lake, or the ones that we can refer to as water birds, and we are still with the Bada's Lens. Our episode sponsor is Success Motors. We have Uganda Wildlife Authority and very many other sponsors that we shall be introducing to you in our episode. Back to Mr. Isaac.
Thank you once again. So the water birds are actually easy to identify.
Okay.
When I started birding, the water birds were easy for me. Because my first bird was the Egyptian goose, Alopchina egyptiaca. So it was actually my first bird to identify. And it looks like a goose. If you look at it, you can actually hear its call. That is its call. And the way you hear the word Egyptian goose, they got its name right from Egypt. So they migrate. Some of them migrate up to the other side in different seasons. But they love areas that are surrounded with water because that's where they thrive most. Yes. So
Alright.
I believe you have seen some of the
I'm sure by the end of this episode, even other viewers that were like me and had only known the Uganda crane as a bird, they will be learning very, very many other birds and maybe where to find it and perhaps pick interest in the birding experience because for one, I am having fun.
Yes. So you're moving, you can actually see the lake flies flying around.
Yes.
You're probably wondering why. We need this also to balance the ecosystem. These lake flies are like food to the birds also, especially the western cattle egret.
Oh.
You've probably seen birds that are white,
Yes,
just
yes,
right
yes.
there. And they have orange bill. That is the western cattle egret.
Is this
Then
the one
the ones-
called Nyange?
Nyange. And Nyange is they call it Nyange.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have these three different types of egrets. We have the great, which is big and has a long neck.
Okay.
Then we have the little egret. You can actually identify it with the black bill and also the black legs. Then we have the western cattle egret, which is also just right there. So if you see that black bird, it's an open bill, African open bill. It's not a stock, like what most people say. The reason why they removed it as a stock is because of its bill. It has a chisel shape, like a gap between its bill. Yeah, but I don't want to talk much because for you as a birder, as a person who's learning birding,
Yes.
if I was to go into terminologies and all that, you'll get lost. But like I said, for starters,
Yes.
look at the common birds around you.
The first five.
First five.
Okay.
That's what I always do when I'm training some of the people who come through internships. So I teach them, I tell them first know the first five, then the next week you also know the next five. By the time you're done with the month, you already have like 20 birds you know. You know their call, you know how they look like, then you will be now called a birder.
Now I qualify to. I have 3 of 5. I have a hamako. I have the egret, the white one, which we call nyange. I have the Egyptian goose. 2 left.
But you have
go.
to be specific about the egret. You just don't say egret. Just say little egret. Actually, you can see the orange bill is the one.
The little one.
The little egret is the one with the black bill.
Yes.
Then the western cattle egret is the one with the orange bill. So you
Okay.
can just see.
And
on
this
your
one with the long neck is.
African Openbill.
Now I have 6. I am a birder. I qualify.
You're officially
I don't know if
classified
my
as birder.
producer Winter is a birder. Do you know any birds? No, he does not.
So where we are going is one of the habitats of the birds.
Okay.
You can actually see that tree
Yes.
is home to close to let me say 5 bird species, which you can be able to identify.
You said your favorite bird is a grey parrot.
Yes,
Is that its call?
that's a woodland kingfisher. No, it's a common bird. It's a common bird. It is actually a common bird. So if you're to look at the nest, actually I can see them, though I will
Yeah.
need to use the binoculars.
Okay.
If you look at the black birds that are spreading its wings, that's the reed cormorant. You
Oh
can
yes,
see.
yes, I can see
Yes.
it.
So it spreads its wing because it wants to dry up, but most of the time
Yes.
it loves being in water because it fishes. It gets its food from the water.
So when it's there, it's
So
done
when they're
eating.
up there,
and
they're probably sunbathing.
Oh,
they need
okay.
that sun bath.
yes, I'm seeing nests there.
So the nests you see there are for
Yes.
the village weavers.
Are they the yellow ones?
Yes, the yellow ones with black head with a red eye.
Okay.
So if you are a birder, you would be able to tell the different types of weavers by their color and also eye description,
Yes.
and also the pattern of the color. So in that tree, we have we have the village river, which I have been able to identify. Then we also have the black-headed river. The way you hear it black-headed
Yes.
is because it has that black around the head. Then it has a black eye, and also the yellow distribution around its wings, and also the tail feathers. So still on that tree,
Yeah. Spectacles.
that area is black.
Oh.
So its spectacle is also wearing its black as specs. So there's a spectacle with
These are different birds of different species. Some are bigger, some are smaller,
Yes.
but they are all in one tree or one habitat. How do they manage to stay together, and how do they manage to live together in harmony?
like
in one
us
place
human
like that.
beings, we
Yes.
come from different areas.
Okay.
We come from different areas. Some come from the north, some come from the east. They are big, some who are small, there are some who are big. Likewise with the birds, we learn to live in harmony with each other. And sometimes the reason why you see them together is because they have a common goal, survival. Because if you can't work together, you will not be able to survive.
Among maybe other species of animals, for example, fish. I'll give an example. Fish. Some bigger fish do feed on the smaller ones.
Yes.
Do we have that kind of relationship in birds?
With fish,
Birds and birds. Do we have birds that cannot live together with the others? Or
yes, we do. We have birds of prey.
Okay.
Birds of prey are those that feed on flesh. They can feed on fish. They can also feed on the chicks of the smaller birds, and also some of them can actually feed on the eggs of those smaller birds. The best example I can give is the yellow-billed kite, or the black kite, as you all know.
Yes.
Some of them feed on the chicks of these smaller birds. So, say for example, the weaver bird there has a nest and probably has chicks. That black kite has a good eyesight that it can actually see what is there. So when it sees and identifies food, it goes there direct and picks it.
And how is the prey? What mechanisms does the prey put up to make sure it survives the predator?
Once it's visible, once the prey is visible. If you notice, some of these birds, they glide.
Okay.
They glide in the sky. They are not just gliding; they are hunting.
Yes.
Yeah? So when they identify that there's a chick, a mother chick, somewhere there, you even notice that the hen wants the chicks. Says, then the chicks run.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the smaller birds also have a similar mechanism.
Yeah, they have a
they
similar
warn
mechanism.
the young ones, the chicks.
There's a bird near that always comes at home. It's the African harrier hawk.
Okay.
And some of the African harrier hawk normally likes fighting with the starlings, the return starling. And some of them, they take the chicks of these starlings. I know I'm talking too much, but birds of prey feed on flesh. Even fish, they also feed on fish. Some of them feed on fruits, like the palm nut vulture, as it's got its name, palm nut. Yeah. So, your question, you say that are there some birds that don't get along? Yes. Birds of prey, then the other types of birds. Yes.
All right. This has been very, very beautiful. There is a lot to learn.
See, it's sunbathing. So weaver bird. So weaver birds I identified with that black, then it also has a red just right there.
Yes. Around the
The red eye. You can see?
Yes, yes, yes. Is it the one in this picture?
This one that is flying.
I'm seeing it has red eyes. and
The
then
thing.
black.
Yeah, it has that red, then it has that kind of thing like the line on the breast area. So what it's probably doing there is it's either looking for material
Building it.
to build its nest, or it is sunbathing, or it is feeding. Now something that is amazing about river birds is they're called as the engineers of the bird world. They build the most intricate nests, like the most beautiful nests. Different river birds build different type of nests. If you were to look at some of the nests, the best places I can recommend where to see the nests at a close-up is Uganda Reptile Village, because they have an area where the nests are built near the crocodile section. So these guys build the most beautiful nests. Now something funny about the river birds is me and you, man and woman, the female always sees which male has built the best nest.
So the male builds individually.
Yeah, it's a competition.
Okay.
So if a person like Winter is building a nest, I am building a nest, and maybe our cameraman is also building a nest, the female will come and supervise and say, Winter didn't build the nest. So what does he do? It cuts off the nest and it falls. Yeah. So if the cameraman built the best nest,
How do we say best? Do they change in shape? Do they
they
vary
look at
in?
how much dedication was put in the nest.
Okay.
So if you put a lot of dedication on the nest, and the female says, "Wow, you also have characteristics, women." You see, he has six-pack, he has money,
Yes,
he's
a good house.
handsome, he has good hands. So likewise, the birds also have that kind of behavior.
And their standards are nests for the weaver birds.
Yes, the weaver birds. There are some other birds that have different ways in which they hunt for the best prey, like maybe courtship dances. They have different ways of hunting.
Does that happen even in the wild birds? I've only seen that in the domestic birds, like hens and
Yes.
turkeys.
If you notice that male birds have bright colors. All male birds have bright colors. Then there are those that have the same color as the female. We call them dimorphism. We call that term dimorphism. They are the same color, but if you were to look deep into the details, you'll be able to know that this one is a female, this is a male, either through size or the color pattern. Yeah. So for the river birds, most of the males are actually brightly colored. Then the females are dull. Yeah. So it's not like us human beings. You see a beautiful woman, you see a handsome man. What you see here is a Navient Cookout. So you actually see the way we saw it. So when you scroll down on the app, you can see a song and a call. A song is what you hear someone singing. Hello, how are you, my name?
Yes.
But now when they're calling you, Pacifa.
Yes.
So you hear the call and you come. So I will just play it once. So you give it time. After giving it a call, give it time. You don't overcall it. Because if you overcall it and it shows up, it will feel like you played a trick. A prank on it. So you give it time. It will show up at its own pace. Normally, like I said, budding, you have to be patient. If you're not patient, you are going to mess up and do things. That's why I told you one of the things about budding is it teaches you a lot about patience. Now to my audience or the fellow people who are watching this, you have to learn to be patient. Budding teaches you patience. If you're that kind of person who wants things mangu quickly, budding will teach you what it means to be patient. And as I speak now, I think we have spent almost an hour here.
Doing
So you have
budding.
to be patient.
But it's also interesting.
It's interesting because you're
it's worth
taking a
the
nature
while.
walk, you're seeing birds, you're hearing the calls, and I encourage you to do birding. But if you want to do birding, you can start from the comfort of your home, your garden. If you want to join birding associations, we have so many of them. We have the Entebbe Birding Club. We also have another category of Entebbe birders who do birding. So they have birding from Wednesday and Friday. Then they also have other activities. Even us, we invite people who want to learn birds to come and learn these things.
All right. Do you teach, does Birders Lens provide these educational services, and what does someone need to have or to join Birders or to reach out and be part of Birders Lens?
It's simple. One, you must have the will. I'm not forcing you to come and do it. You have to have the will and interest.
Yeah.
Then two, like I already highlighted, avoid bright colors. Then have what you have. If you don't have a binoculars, it's okay. We share a binoculars. At least in a group, there is always that one person that has binoculars. Until maybe when you plan to get your own.
Okay.
Then three, you need to join people who are in that birding thing. You need to join them. You do birding, tomorrow you're going to be at, you're going to see other birders come. You go, just join them, listen to what they have to say and learn. You have to be willing to get what you want. You don't need to force people to get. So with that, on top of birding, we do other things. So safaris, do educational trips and all that. Yeah. So thank you.
All right. You said it's okay to start from the comfort of my home, my village or wherever.
Exactly.
So I'm going back home to look for the Egyptian goose, for the cattle egret, for the, I've seen a common weavers, a common bulbul,
Yes.
and then the little egret, then the western cattle egret, and then I know I'm going to see a grey parrot at any time, anywhere.
You actually see them.
Yes,
even
and a
here.
black kite. Those are already 5.
Now you're good to go.
I am good
You're
to
welcome
go.
to the birding club.
I am officially a birder. Thank you very much to Birders Lens. All right, it has been a very, very exciting episode. There has been a lot to learn. I didn't know birding is this interesting. I have learned a lot, but the main core of birding is patience. That is one. Another thing not to forget, do not wear bright clothes. Do not be loud, you'd scare away the birds. It is calming, it is relaxing. A lot. We shall have Birders Lens to take you through birding at any time that you will need. That has been a great opportunity given to our dear lovely viewers of the Tourism in Uganda show. Remember, it's every Sunday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BTM TV with your lovely host, Queen Husfa, my dear producer, Winter, and Becca Rains behind the camera. This episode has been sponsored by Uganda Wildlife Authority, Warushosho Nature Lodge. If you're visiting Queen Elizabeth, Warushosho Nature Lodge is the place to be. And then our lovely sponsor, Success Motors. Stay tuned.